I'm going to answer this because, we got into soulless beings before. So what you would perceive as soulless is the amount or percentage of anima. So as we talked about that, there's degrees to this. So if you notice, some people are naturally themselves. They know how to sing, they know how to dance, they're very creative. So we say they have a lot of soul. Versus somebody who has less of whatever that is, they seem to be bored. They don't move as much. They don't have much creativity. So when you look at those stages, what you actually see is you see the graduation or the transmigration of the soul. This is why I said that just omitting animals from the transmigration of souls is a gross error. Because all of the ancient systems all show that some people took care of the animals around them because they knew that that was their cousin. And the cousin was back again. But because the cousin was basically carrying their energy in a certain way and doing certain things, I can't really say if being an animal is an upgrade or a downgrade. Don't quote me on that because the dolphins are out there, right? But they just knew that this animal, this sheep that's around us is Joey because he was clowning. So again, this transmigration of souls lets us see that there could be degrees of souls within a being. And so what activation is, as we said, the mind is a receiver, is it's putting oneself into a state of being able to receive more awareness of your allness, right? Because we're still saying that you are everything. You come from a source that actually is everything. So you're in this process of that awareness. So you can't open it up completely because you would probably lose your mind. So you're in this process of actually getting yourself prepared for it, even energetically. There are things that you do to your body, such as the breathing, some of the Ayurveda, the Tibetan medicine, to prepare your ventricles, to prepare your lymphatic system, and to prepare basically the conduit points in your body to be able to hold the energy, to be able to sustain the energy. Because the energy is very similar to like electricity. But as Dynamo Jack said, it's not electricity, it's chi. And when it starts running through your body, if you do have a blockage somewhere, something that you didn't get through, something that you still got division with, it's going to rupture that area. So it's like a bunch of energy coming down that and it's just going to snap that line. And that's why you get folks that are just so off when they go into this higher vibratory frequency. It's like they can't seem to ground back into reality. It's because you should have set the ground first. See, that's what neophytes do. Neophytes take off. They're just trying to look for the most powerful word, the most powerful name until they get wrecked. And you can get wrecked. Some of these entities, they're just too destructive for a person's mind in 2021. But the person playing around, they go grab one of these books, they start painting this shit on the ground and working with these symbols, and they think they big badass. Then they sit around with the symbol and everything, has no clue where any of this stuff means or where it comes from. They just want to throw lightning from their hands like the Emperor on Star Wars. And then before you know it, they're way over their head. And now they realize it's real. It's just like taking certain substances like DMT. It's like that first time nobody can explain it. Would have ever been able to explain to you what it was like anyway. Then all of a sudden you're on this thing and you realize that the whole spiritual world and everything is real. And everything that people are living in the world is a lie. And there's most of the people here that have never seen the truth. Tops 2% of the people here have seen outside of the matrix. So just because you got all these Instagram friends and all these Facebook friends talking about they woke and that they take ayahuasca and all that kind of stuff, they've been playing around in their own chakra centers. To get out of this, you have to bring this into alignment. You can always tell because they're still in duality. They still, always look at me. It's all about me. You can tell this is not somebody who's been outside the matrix before, because to get out, all these got to come into alignment. They're like, they show you it's a tree that's zigzagging, zigzag, zig. These are the two serpents on a tree. So to actually be able to line those up to basically make them conform to that middle path, that means you had to really do it. So you can't still be over there hating your ex-boyfriend and expecting that you're going to get to the Arabat. You can't be over there banging against other races, talking about you the creator, but you hate everybody else. You can't be over there talking about these beings don't even have souls, and you the creator, and you said, what'd you do? You created some soulless beings? It doesn't even add up. It's not common sense. So you can't turn a wheel. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't adapt to much of what most folks be talking about because I can tell they haven't turned a complete wheel in the idea that they're presenting. Not to mention, you can't reinvent the wheel. That literally means that pattern, that cabal or cable that is in the sky, until you at least get on top of that, you will not be reinventing anything. Not to mention, I think that what you're seeing out there is actually a reflection of what is in the deep. And until you're ready to brave the deep depths of who you are, which will be like fessing up to that you're also harnessing some of this very power that is becoming the destruction of this world that we're living in, that you consume and that you eat too, that you're also involved in the communion yourself, that they're eating from your body and drinking of your blood and breaking bread with your flesh, and that you're sacrificing yourself most of the time for the love of others. You see what I mean? So until you get super intrinsically involved in this experience to realize the essence, like I said it to everybody today, like, what is alchemy? Alchemy was the awareness that you can extract the essence of a plant and keep it inside of a jar and meditate next to that plant and communicate with that plant inside of a vacuum. And the moment that you open up that vacuum, know that essence will oxidate, i.e. die, and pass into another space. But you could have the ability to even capture the essence inside of a vacuum. And today we call them essential oils, those that are not rancid. So what I'm saying is that while it looks like that earth is kind of narrowing itself down into these pigeonholed categories, there's an entire expanse. But don't learn from these fake matrix running folks how to continue to keep yourself in division and not to align to these higher truths and to understand that these are all building blocks for perfection. It's very easy for me to see what to do when I know what not to do. So we let these clowns jump out here on this stage and dance and act until they fall off. And then we use that as an awareness, like that's exactly what I need to not be doing. So this is why 12 years, I'm still in the alignment. I'm just here to assist and continue to build. We built some of the most advanced technologies, spiritual technologies. We're spirit tech, and we are just preparing for what is coming. This is not the beginning at all, but it's definitely not anywhere near close to the end for us. And so my goal is to stay on the level and to remain a factor as the world keeps unfolding all these new things and folks start feeling more trapped. All we're doing is offering more and more ways to realize that is actually in your mind.